The question of whether romance is dead in the modern world taps into the frustration and confusion many feel about relationships today. On the surface, it might seem like the concept of romance has faded, replaced by casual hookups, toxic relationships, and a general mistrust between men and women. However, when we dig deeper, it's more complex than just the disappearance of romance. It's about how our culture, technology, and modern life have shaped our perceptions of love. The shift in romantic norms. Romance in the past often followed traditional roles and narratives, with clear-cut gestures like letters, flowers, and long courtships. The story of how your parents met likely feels like a heartwarming tale from another era because those gestures had a lasting impact. Yet, with the advent of social media, dating apps, and the pressure for instant gratification, the landscape of romantic relationships has undeniably changed. One reason for the shift is the way we communicate. Online platforms have made it easier to meet people but harder to form deep connections. The constant availability of options, thanks to dating apps, can make commitment feel less urgent, and romantic gestures risk being seen as cringe or outdated, especially in a world where vulnerability is often viewed as weakness. These apps and social media can foster a sense of disposability. If something goes wrong, just swipe to find someone new. Media influence and the negative feedback loop. The media we consume plays a huge role in shaping our perceptions of love and relationships. Negative experiences, toxic relationships, and drama tend to get more attention, both online and in real life. The algorithms that drive content on social media platforms often prioritize outrage, anger, or emotional intensity, leading us into echo chambers where the worst aspects of relationships are amplified. This creates a skewed worldview, where people begin to see negative behaviors as the norm, not the exception. So, when it comes to romance, many feel jaded or assume that toxicity and mistrust are all there is. Yet, healthy, happy relationships are happening all the time. They just aren't as visible because people in those relationships aren't sharing their joy as publicly or frequently. Romance isn't dead, it's just evolving. Romance isn't necessarily dead, it's just different. The fast pace of life, the constant connectivity, and the rise of independence have led to a shift in how people express love. Grand gestures might feel more performative or less personal today, but intimacy still exists in quieter, subtler forms. Long walks, deep conversations, and acts of care still have meaning. They just might not look like they did in your parents' time. Additionally, there's an emphasis now on self-growth and emotional intelligence. People are more aware of the importance of boundaries, communication, and respect in relationships, which is a positive shift. The challenge is balancing this new understanding with the overwhelming noise of social media and dating culture, which can dilute our ability to connect on a genuine level. Moving forward, finding romance in a new age. To rediscover romance in the modern world, we need to look beyond the surface and outside of what the internet or social media suggests. Romance now might not always involve public declarations of love or sweeping gestures, but rather the quiet moments of connection, mutual support, and understanding. Romance isn't dead, it's just buried under layers of societal change, technological influence, and shifting expectations. If anything, the challenge is navigating through these distractions to find genuine connection, which may mean redefining romance in a way that makes sense for today's world.